Hey, 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 you beautiful twin flames, and welcome back to Tarot for You 444. I'm so delighted that you're here with me today, and of course, I got some special guests here, part of the gang. We have Elmo. Elmo, he's giving you a big hug because we haven't been here for a few days, so he's giving you a really big hug. And you'll never guess who else. Don't you just love the eyes? We've got Bert from, he's from the Sesame Street Police Department. Wow, that sounds super special, doesn't it? So these guys are going to join me today because we are going to do a twin flame check-in. So what we're going to do is delve into the divine feminine and the divine masculine, and do a check-in and see what on earth is going on. Where on earth, what on earth is happening with the divine feminine, and what on earth is going on with the divine masculine? Whew, I don't know. Now, if you want to write in the comments and tell me where you're from, I'd love to hear where you're from. Tell everyone where you're from. If you've done any of my courses or packages or had a reading with me, you are more than welcome to tell everyone how wonderful the gang and I are, only if you want to, so we can get a little ego boost today. And, oh, divine feminine, what's going on with you? Let's take a little look. Let's delve into you first. I'm hoping to bring hopefully a little bit of humor to the reading today, because it's been a little while since we've been able to muck around, and I think it's really good to do that because then we stay in our joy, in our heart space. I don't know, do I need those? Yeah, I do today. I do, because the screen's a little bit bright, and Elmo says the screen is brighter than the sun. So there we go. So I want to say I love you all very much. I've missed you. I know I haven't been here for a few days. I have been I don't know, what have I been doing? I've been doing just general stuff, just housework and, taking care of myself and Elmo and the gang. So let's see, divine feminine. I want to sing We Are the World, we are the children, we are the ones who make a brighter day, so let's start giving. There's a choice we're making, we're saving our own lives. It's true, we make a better day, just you and me. So it's kind of like this feeling. She's concerned with the world. For some of you, what's going on in the world is really confusing, right? We have at the bottom of the deck for the divine feminine, I'm really confused, like, I didn't are you sure I signed up for this? In the recent past, she may have wanted to walk away from the twin flame journey. We have this card here, the doubt in her is, am I good enough for my masculine? Some of you have masculines that have been offering a lot lately. Okay, and some of you have masculines who have been offering very little because of their own off-balancedness. So I've kind of got two groups of divine feminines going on here. So how do we talk about this so that it helps everyone? I think I'm going to generalize the reading so that you can take what resonates and leave the rest, okay? Because I've literally got a split in the middle here for divine feminine. For the ones who aren't hearing from their divine masculines, or have found out that their divine masculine isn't their divine masculine, for some of you, you found out that you have a false twin. I want to give you love today. I want you to understand that knowing the secret that you found out, that person perhaps isn't your twin, literally have, the secret's been shed light upon. Maybe you got a reading, or maybe you got a message from angels or your spirit guides, or from God, however you communicate with your source, but you knew something was wrong. So this is just for like maybe about 10 people listening today. And this has kind of turned your world upside down. We literally just got the moon card from one deck, and then we have the same moon card here. And I can feel the hurt, because whoever this was came to you in a really sexy way, in a really balanced way. Might have called you sweetie, might have called you baby, might have called you my love, and then you found out some stuff. They were greedy, they were making you out to be a fool, and you really thought they were going to commit to you. This is what I'm getting. You really thought they were going to commit to you. You thought this person was really healing for you, but then maybe you're just realizing by watching this video that the person you thought was your twin flame isn't your twin flame. Okay, if you need clarity on that, you can get a reading with me. I do actually answer that question, in tarot readings. So that's not really funny. I can't really joke around about that, because if some of you have found out that you've, literally your twin flame is a false twin flame, that's not very funny. So if you need me, reach out to me. I can help you with that if you're not sure. Alrighty, so let's move to the other section of divine feminines here. Hopefully we can have a bit of fun from this. I feel like you're doing too much, okay? I feel like, let's say you've got to take care of Elmo and Bert, right? Maybe your kids, maybe your husband, auntie, brother, your duck's cousin. I don't know, right? I feel like you're giving to all these other people because you want them to be happy. And in doing that, you're creating this burden. You really need to just throw them over there for a while. Now, I got full permission to do that earlier, so I promise you none of the gang were harmed in the making of this video, right? See, here you are being burdened, divine feminine. You are literally, it's weird, you're trying to ground yourself and be spiritual, right? And then you're trying to also celebrate all these other people who may be having, like tower moments or drama going on, and, it's maybe even mentally affecting you in some kind of way. And then you're still going, but it's okay. I'll cook dinner, and I'll take a cake down to the bake sale, and I'll make money, right? And I'll make money, and I'll still do my spiritual work, and I'll make sure all that paperwork's done, So it's like you're trying to manifest from a place of give, right? If you're trying to manifest from a place of giving, then you're not really manifesting, because when you're manifesting, you will actually stand still. I love the lovers. The lovers is here, and the lovers is obviously denoting lovers, but it's also showing you how they are standing still. Notice how the divine pours blessings on them as they stand still. So to be in receptive mode, even in this other card here, the world, right, to have blessings be given to you, you need to stop. You need to have gratitude. You need to not be in your mind about everything, right? We have that card. Here she is. Here she is. Let's call her Crazy Sally today. Right? All of those mental thoughts represented by the swords taking precedence over your own self-love. It's hard to be in your heart space and be in your mind space at the same time. You know, if you sat down at the computer and you were working, let's say, on the keyboard, your mind would be working and you would be detached a little bit from your heart space because you're using your mind. But when you allow the thoughts to take you on this roller coaster ride of confusion here, I want you to see the difference. The tarot is being really, really good today. See the difference? This is someone, this is, let's call her Silly Sally. Silly Sally thinking about all of these things she doesn't need to think about. Perhaps they're negative, perhaps they're future projecting in a worrisome kind of way. And then have a look at, I don't know, Peaceful Petunia. Right? She's sitting here. First of all, she's got her eye on this tabernacle, which can represent spirituality and or religion. And notice how everything comes to her. You know, these pebbles here could be money, could be riches, could be resources. The emotions are here, but they're not negative emotions. It's positive emotions. It's I feel good. I feel pretty. I feel amazing. I feel like I can look at my future and have clarity. So for many of you, you kind of are waiting for a message from your masculine. And if he has given you a message, it might have been short-lived or small. The Wheel of Fortune came out not in the upright and not in the reverse. It kind of went, we could go one way or the other. We could have a great future right now with our divine masculine, or we could do this future projection where we go, he never messages me. He never talks to me. He's always busy. You know, it's this decision for the divine feminine. You know, which one do we want to be? Are we going to question everything all of the time? Even when the divine masculine comes in with the love, are we going to question that? Or are we going to bless it? You know, there's always those choices, and I haven't got a glass here with me today, but if I did, I would say to you, glass half full or glass half empty. Many of you are looking at things glass half empty. Well, our relationship's okay if ... Okay. Now this big supermoon that we just had made many of you have this transformation. And for some of you, we had a death of the ego, and a realization of strength. Source energy brings me strength. When I connect to God, Allah, Buddha, whoever it is you believe in, the angels, the divine source energy, however you want to describe it, when I connect there, I get strength. I feel good. I feel loved. And you probably notice too that as you do that, your divine masculine becomes more and more attracted to you. So it's really a choice now. The divine feminine is going through a place in her life where she says, hang on a minute, even though I've got all this responsibility, I can still have it, but sometimes I just need to tell my boss that I'm having the weekend off. And sometimes I just need to tell my cousin Elmo that I haven't got time to talk today, right? In a nice way, of course. This self-love is a really big theme for divine feminine. In the twin flame journey, it's not something you can fake. And in fact, what happens quite often is that you go into this self-love mode, and all of a sudden your divine masculine will come and talk to you and come and want to spend time with you and come and want to do all this stuff. And then the divine feminine will go, wow, I'm in semi-union. And dogs barking is a synchronicity. My dogs always bark at the right times. And then he'll come back and then she'll go, I don't need to work on myself anymore. I don't need to love me anymore. I just focus on him, you know. If this was my divine masculine, right, and I hadn't seen him for a while and I've been giving myself love and I don't know, maybe I'm doing all sorts of different things. I could be doing yoga or Reiki or meditation and prayer. And then all of a sudden he's in my DMs. And I go, wow, Elmo, I haven't seen you for so long. Look how beautiful your eyes are. You just want to poke him in the eye. It's so cool. And then he's all googly-eyed for me, right? And then the crazy part about it is that then I start giving and neglecting myself again. And then he goes, why do I feel disinterested? And then see what happens? He goes away. So I've got to continually give myself love. Notice how he came back in when I said that. That was kind of cool, right? As I continually give myself self-love, he doesn't want to leave me, right? He wants to stay wrapped up in my arms forever and ever and ever and ever, right? I'm glad it's a soft landing. Okay, let's check out the DM. Let's try and get more DMs from the DM. How about that? That's the goal today. Can you get a DM from your DM? That's the challenge this week. If you can get a DM from your DM, this also includes 5D communication. Okay, this is the challenge of the week. Alrighty, I'm just guided to shuffle a little bit more, so bear with me. I hope Elmo and Bert forgive me for throwing them. It's kind of fun throwing toys around. Okay, the gang. Woo! The gang are very forgiving, I must say. I've been very lucky. Oh, divine masculine. Goodness me. Got a lot of dark cards here. Okay, interesting. We have this, if I haven't been with you, I've been just working on a few other things. Okay. His stability again is really important. It may be monetary, it may be familial, as in, you know, stable with the family. He's trying to feel stable. We have the Ten of Swords. Okay, so the Ten of Swords is literally, I'm kind of exhausted. So exhausted that if I fell down right now on this space, those crows would peck at me and eat me alive, right? Could be some karmic interference here. Behind it, we have the Ten of Cups. When he thinks of you, Divine Feminine, it's bliss, it's magic, it's wonderment, right? And then he has to go into his karmic life, and it's like, ugh, you know? Everyone go, ugh. Right. So we have the Knight of Coins here in reverse. Working on my stability. There's something that doesn't make him feel quite stable here. And the interesting part about this is what doesn't make him stable is when he can't connect with you. So if for some reason he hasn't been able to connect with him, or you haven't been able to connect with him, or he hasn't been able to connect with you, it makes him feel unstable. So quite often Divine Feminine thinks she's the one that feels unstable, but in actual fact it happens to the Divine Masculine too. Beautiful. Yeah, so it looks like he's been away for a little bit because of karmic stuff. In particular, we have a feminine energy here. Could be a mother, could be a karmic partner, but there's been this other energy around that he's had to deal with. Okay, so you may not have felt as passionate. There may be something blocking the passion with your Divine Masculine. And interestingly, we have that card twice. We have the Knight of Wands twice. It's called the Knight of Spears in the Game of Thrones tarot, but we have it here again. Not quite feeling very passionate. And then we have this Ten of Swords energy again, because I'm kind of exhausted from the karmic life right now. So it's nothing to do with you, Divine Feminine. Here's non-passion. Should we call it non-passion for you? Is just that he's been exhausted for working for the Sesame Street Police Department. And you can see here that your Divine Masculine may not have even had time to brush his hair lately, right? Or straighten his tie. He's just been working on the go. He's on the go. See how busy? He's so busy he didn't even say goodbye. So and Divine Feminine wants to go, you know what, Divine Masculine, you haven't got time for me? I don't mind. I've got stuff to do. I can play with my tarot cards. I can, I don't know, star in a movie. Ooh, I can whack my leg underneath my table. So we have the Hanged Man again. Yeah. I'm in a predicament right now, Divine Feminine, I should say. Someone tied me up here. And I know you might not believe that. You might think I'm having what it was? I'm trying to think of what it is. Having you on. I'm not having you on. I only want to be with you. Right? Divine Feminine. Look at this. Many